There are 15 off-road features hiding inside your Jeep that most owners have no idea exist. One button instantly unlocks 20% more suspension travel. Another lets the truck crawl over rocks without touching the gas pedal. And one feature has been on every Jeep for over 80 years, yet almost nobody ever uses it. Do you think you know them all? Watch until the end to find out. Feature number 15. The windshield folds flat and nobody told you. Go find a photo of a 1941 military Jeep. The windshield folds flat against the hood. That was over 80 years ago, and Jeep never removed that feature. Every Wrangler today still folds down. A socket wrench and 15 minutes is all it takes. But the reason this matters off-road is not about style. If you are running a tight forest trail and a thick branch catches your windshield at speed, the glass shatters. And you are not replacing a windshield 40 miles from the nearest town. With the glass folded flat, branches slide over the hood like the truck is not even there. It also drops the center of gravity. On a trail where the truck is tilted at 30 degrees and your stomach is in your throat, losing that height up top can be the difference between 4 wheels on the ground and a rollover caught on someone's dash cam. Now, with the windshield down, everything pours into the cabin. Rain, mud, dust. That sounds like a disaster, but Jeep already solved it, and the solution has been hiding under your feet the entire time. Feature number 14. Your floor has drain plugs in it. Pull back the carpet in your Wrangler right now and look at the floor. You will find rubber plugs sitting in the metal pan. Pop them and water drains straight out the bottom of the truck. Jeep put those there because they expect you to flood this cabin. They designed a truck that gets cleaned with a garden hose. The carpet lifts out completely. It is weather resistant and removable because Jeep knows their customers are going to drive through rivers and then need to wash the inside like it is a pair of muddy boots. And yet, thousands of Wrangler owners are driving around right now with water sitting under their carpet, wondering why the truck smells terrible. The fix is right there, 2 inches below them. They just never looked. But dirty water is a small problem compared to this one. When your doors and roof are off, every valuable thing you own is sitting in the open. Jeep solved that too, and where they hid the solution is brilliant. Feature number 13, lockable storage your dealer never showed you. Hidden storage bins are buried all through this truck, behind the rear wheel wells, inside the tailgate, under the cargo floor. Some models have a lockable cubby in the dash, perfectly sized for a phone, wallet, and keys. And in the trunk, Jeep built a slot specifically shaped to hold every bolt and piece of hardware from your doors and roof panels. They knew you would take this truck apart on a mountain trail 50 miles from civilization, so they built you a parts organizer to keep track of everything. The first 3 features were about protection. The next 12 are about performance. And starting with feature number 12, everything changes, because this is where most Jeep owners are driving a truck they do not understand. Feature number 12, the button that transforms your suspension. 90% of Rubicon owners have a button on their dashboard they have never pressed, and because they have never pressed it, they are driving a truck that is actively fighting them off-road. Let me explain why. The sway bar is a metal rod connecting your left and right front suspension. On the highway, it keeps the truck flat in corners. Off-road, it is your enemy. When your right tire needs to drop into a hole to find grip, the sway bar yanks it back up because it is chained to the left side. Your truck is stopping itself from getting traction, and you have no clue. That button disconnects the sway bar electronically. Push it, and each front wheel gains 20% more independent travel. Tires flex and grab ground on their own instead of being dragged by the other side. If you forget to reconnect on the highway, the truck reconnects itself past 18 miles per hour. One button. Stiff to flexible in seconds. No aftermarket part under $500 comes close. And yet, people spend thousands on lift kits before they even try the button that was included in the price of the truck. That is frustrating. But what is really going to bother you is feature number 11, because this is the feature that makes experienced off-roaders look like they have superpowers. Feature number 11, the 100-to-1 crawl ratio. Watch a beginner on the trail and watch an experienced Jeep driver on the same trail. The beginner revs to 5,000 revolutions per minute, tires spinning, gravel flying everywhere, going nowhere. The experienced driver idles past the same obstacle in silence, foot completely off the gas, Truck pulling itself forward like gravity does not apply. That is not skill. That is the gear ratio. The Rubicon with the manual transmission and rock track transfer case delivers a 100-to-1 crawl ratio. For every 100 engine rotations, the wheels turn once. All that power gets multiplied until it reaches the tires as a slow, quiet, unstoppable force. Take your foot off everything, let the engine idle, and the truck crawls up vertical rock faces at walking speed. Other brands advertise 40-to-1 like that is impressive. Jeep does 100-to-1 and does not even brag about it. Which brings us to the thing that keeps that crawling from destroying your truck. Feature number 10. Steel armor bolted to the bottom. One rock. One sharp edge hitting the oil pan. Oil pours out, engine seizes in minutes, and you are sitting on a trail where tow trucks cannot reach and your phone shows 0 bars. A friend of mine had this happen in Moab. The bill was $4,800, and that did not include getting the truck off the trail. The Rubicon and Willys trims come with 4 thick steel skid plates bolted underneath. Oil pan, transmission, transfer case, fuel tank. All covered. When the belly of the truck drags across a boulder, the plates eat the damage so your engine stays alive. After a trail run, crawl underneath and check those plates. Scratches and dents mean they saved you from a repair bill that could buy a used car. But those plates protect you from below. Feature number 9 is about what happens when the trail goes through a river, and the depth this truck handles makes Ford and Toyota owners nervous. Feature number 9. 34 inches through water. The Wrangler pushes through 34 inches of water, almost 3 feet. Past the bumper, past the door handles. The truck just keeps going. The air intake sits high above the water line. Every electrical connection is sealed. The body openings are blocked. And the detail that gets people every time, the one that sounds like a lie until you look it up, is about the power seats. If your model has the optional power adjustable seats, Jeep engineers put those seats in a water tank and tested them submerged. The seats adjusted perfectly underwater. I am saving the full breakdown for feature number 1 because the story behind it reveals something about Jeep that no other truck company would ever admit. The real skill with water crossings is pace. Enter slowly. Build a bow wave in front of the truck. Keep the speed steady. Stop in the middle, and the water rushes over the hood. That is when engines drink water and die. Smart drivers walk the crossing first with a stick. The water itself will not kill you. The hidden soft spot that swallows your tire 3 feet down and traps it, that will. And when you crawl out of that water onto a muddy bank with 0 grip, feature number 8 is what saves you from sliding right back in. Feature number 8. Locking differentials that break physics. A normal truck sends all power to the tire with the least grip. Tire spinning in mud gets everything. Tire on solid ground gets nothing. Backwards. Every truck from Toyota, Ford, and Chevy works this way unless you pay extra. The Rubicon solved it from the factory. Flip 2 switches and the TrueLock locking differentials engage on both axles. Both wheels on each axle spin at the same speed. Period. 1 tire in the air, 1 on wet rock, the truck still pulls forward like nothing is wrong. People watch the videos and call it fake. It is not fake. It is locked diffs, and Jeep included them while other brands charge extra. But locked diffs will not save you from the single biggest reason Jeep owners get stuck. And that reason is going to make you angry because the fix is embarrassingly simple. Feature number 7. Your own truck is sabotaging you. This is the one. The feature that would have saved that guy in Colorado $1,200 and a whole lot of embarrassment. Your Wrangler ships from the factory in road mode. The traction control is aggressive, killing engine power the instant any tire starts to spin. The throttle is tuned for pavement. The stability control panics when the truck leans. On the trail, every one of those settings stabs you in the back. You need a little wheel spin to dig through sand, but the traction control kills your power. You need a gentle tap of throttle on the rocks, but the touchy pedal sends too much. You lean sideways on a hill, and the stability system fights you like you are losing control. The Off-Road Plus button fixes all of it. 1 push, and the truck recalibrates the throttle, backs off traction control, and tells the stability system to relax on uneven ground. The number of Jeep owners who call for help, get pulled out, and then discover their truck was in road mode the entire time is genuinely sad. The button was on the dash. They never pressed it, and their dealer never told them to. From electronic systems to something you can change with your bare hands, feature number 6 gives you a view of the trail that no camera system can match. Feature number 6. Taking doors off gives you X-ray vision. Everybody removes doors for photos. Real trail runners remove them for survival. With doors off, you look straight down and see the ground directly below the truck on both sides. Cliff edges, deep ruts, hidden rocks, all visible. With doors on, all of that is invisible. You are guessing where your tires are. And guessing on a trail with a 200-foot drop is how trucks end up at the bottom of a canyon. Mirrors disappear when doors come off, but Jeep sells windshield-mounted brackets that relocate them to the hinges. Doors gone, mirrors stay. On 2025 models, every door uses a quick disconnect harness. No tools, no wire cutting. Unplug and lift. The door removal everyone treats as a party trick is actually one of the most effective safety features on the truck. And nobody talks about it that way because it is not flashy enough for YouTube thumbnails. Feature number 5 takes 2 minutes, costs nothing, and changes how the engine responds the moment you touch the pedal. Feature number 5. The 2-minute throttle cheat code. Your truck's computer studies how you drive. Months of highway commuting, and the throttle trains itself to be lazy. Gentle inputs, slow response. Fine for the road. On the trail, it means the engine takes a nap right when you need it awake. There is a reset trick that snaps it back to factory sharpness. Key to on position without starting the engine. Wait for dash lights to go dark. Press the gas pedal slowly to the floor. Release slowly. Key off. Pause. Start the engine. Done. Throttle response is crisp and direct again. For rock crawling, where a tiny pedal mistake sends you sliding backward, this matters more than people realize. Your mechanic charges you to do this during service and never mentions it exists. 2 minutes, no tools, free. From a trick at home to something Jeep has been physically stamping into every truck since 1997. Feature number 4. Secret images hidden all over the truck. A designer named Michael Santoro started hiding tiny images inside the Wrangler back in 1997. A lizard stamped into the windshield glass. The original 1941 Willys Jeep etched near the dashboard. A topographic map of Moab, Utah pressed into the console. The 7-slot grille is hidden inside the headlight lenses and even built into the windshield wipers. Every Jeep since the 90s has at least one hidden mark. Some have 5 or 6. Owners spend years hunting them. Certain calibadges show 419, the Toledo, Ohio area code where Wranglers are manufactured. Jeep literally branded the birthplace into the body. The community even built a tradition around it. Owners leave rubber ducks on other Wranglers in parking lots. They call it ducking. It went worldwide. From factory secrets to serious off-road muscle, feature number 3 gives you access to a technique that most truck owners are too scared to try. Feature number 3. Wheels that let you air down without fear. Dropping tire pressure is one of the most effective off-road moves that exists. Go from 35 psi to 12 and the tire spreads flat against the ground. Massive grip on sand, mud, and wet rock because more rubber is touching the surface. But at low pressure, the tire can pop right off the rim during a hard turn. The bead separates, the tire goes flat in a second, and your day is finished. That fear keeps people from airing down below 20 psi. They leave traction on the table because their wheels cannot handle it. The Rubicon comes with Beadlock-capable wheels that mechanically clamp the tire to the rim. No matter how low you go, the tire stays locked. While Ford Bronco owners are nervously watching their beads at 18 psi, you can drop to 10 and keep pushing without a second thought. That advantage was included in the sticker price. Almost nobody knew how to use it. Feature number 2 proves that the little badge on the side of your truck earned its spot through brutality, not marketing. Feature number 2. The badge that actually means something. Every truck brand puts badges on their vehicles. Most of them mean absolutely nothing. They are stickers with tough names designed to sell trims. The Jeep Trail Rated badge is different because the truck actually goes through 5 brutal tests before it earns it. Traction on mud, snow, sand, and rock. water fording through 34 inches, tight switchback maneuverability, maximum suspension articulation, and ground clearance over obstacles that would gut a normal SUV. The Rubicon delivers 10.8 inches of clearance on stock tires. With the Extreme Recon package, that jumps to 12.9 inches with factory 35-inch tires and a 47.4-degree approach angle. Purpose-built off-road race trucks struggle to match those numbers, and you can drive this to the grocery store. You walk past that badge every morning. You probably thought it was a sticker. It is a certification. Your truck was designed to be destroyed during testing, and it survived. And now, feature number 1. I teased this during the water fording section and told you we would come back. This is the feature that separates Jeep from every other truck company on the planet, and once you hear it, you will understand exactly what kind of vehicle you actually bought. Feature number 1. Jeep tested your power seats underwater. The optional 12-way power adjustable seats on the Wrangler were put into a tank of water by Jeep engineers during development. Not splashed, not sprayed, submerged. Electric motors sitting in water. And the seats kept moving. They adjusted perfectly while completely underwater. Think about what that means. A room full of engineers looked at an electric seat motor and said, "We need to make sure this works when it is sitting in a river, because our customers are going to drive through rivers, and the seats need to keep working when that happens." Toyota does not do this. Ford does not do this. Chevy does not do this. Ram does not do this. Nobody does this. Only Jeep, because the Wrangler handles 34 inches of water, and if that water fills the cabin up to the seat cushions, those seats cannot fail. That single detail tells you everything. This is not a truck built for parking lots. Every bolt, every wire, every seal was designed under the assumption that the owner is going to take it somewhere extreme, wet, steep, rocky, and far from help. The underwater seats are not a fun fact. They are a philosophy. Now you know 15 off-road features that were hiding in your Jeep the entire time. If you want more videos breaking down the hidden tricks, features, and engineering behind Jeeps, subscribe, because we're just getting started. See you in the next one.